Howdy howdy. This video is going to go over the Bojo paint scripts used to help simplify the process of exporting TGA files for iRacing, so that you can go from Photoshop to iRacing super quickly. So in the link in the description, I have a link to my GitHub page here. And yeah, I'm just going to go over the instructions with you, just in case they're not already simple enough. So, step 1, download the latest release. Click the link, it'll take you to the zip file, download the zip file. Oop. Extract the zip file. Bam. So, alright. Step 1 is done. Let me get rid of the other things I have here. Okay. Step 2. Open each script in Notepad and change the number to your iRacing number. So I have a little example of what that looks like. Var username equals that. Don't worry if you don't know anything about coding. All you gotta do is change the number. So open a file in Notepad. Made some notes here. So need that for later, so I'll save that. Okay. Alright. If it doesn't prompt you to open a notepad, just click open with, then I have Notepad++. You probably don't, but you could choose Notepad, Notepad++, or if you have any other text editor, use that. But let's just use Notepad since that's what you guys will probably use. Right. So, Notepad is up. Zoom in a little bit for you. Around line 9, line 11, excuse me, in this file. Var username equals blah blah blah. Now, this is my number. If you have a different number, you'll change it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If somebody happens to have that number, it's not going to work for them. So, but you're going to put it to whatever number you want to use for your thing. So ideally your own. So 655163. That is mine. Don't use that unless you want to make a paint for me. But yeah. So do the same for each of these files. Update the number. Update the number. Update the number. So you're going to go in, change all the numbers, save them, and then you can close that out. Step 2, done. Step 3, move the files into your Photoshop's paint folder. Now this is the location for my Photoshop. It's likely the same for yours unless you do some manual location thing for where you put your Photoshop. I don't know why you would, but power to you if you do. This is where you'll do it. So if it's not there for you, it's as long as you can find the Photoshop folder, you should be good. So C, program files, Adobe Photoshop. I don't like how it's the icon. It makes me think it's the file. Anyway, Adobe Photoshop. Presets. Scripts. And so I already have the files here. But what you will do is, oops, didn't mean to close that. You will simply drag and drop over here. I'm going to skip these for now. So don't skip. But you're going to drag and drop, and then they're going to show up over here. Bam. They might ask for elevated privileges. Sometimes it does that. I can't remember what the scenario is, but if it does, just do it. It's fine. At the end of this video, I'll go over what the scripts do, so you can feel safe, or you know. All right. Files are now in the folder. Bam. So you can actually close this now. We're done with that. Step 4, restart Photoshop. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to restart Photoshop. restart Photoshop. I don't need to, but I'm just going to do it for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna open this file for now. Don't worry about it. So this is optional, but I highly recommend it because it makes it way easier, especially if you have a macro keyboard or even just function keys on the top of your keyboard that you can easily access. Set Photoshop shortcuts for the scripts. So if everything's done successfully, you should be able to go down to File, Scripts, and then see the 4 scripts here. Okay, delete all, save as TGA, save as TGA Num, save as TGA Spec. I already have shortcuts for it. In this case, I'm using Alt F9 through Alt F12. You can use whatever shortcut you want. I recommend some sort of modifier like Alt, Shift, Control, and then maybe F key. But yeah, whatever you think is comfortable. So let's go to edit it. Edit keyboard shortcuts, and you'll be able to see that here down here. I have screenshots of what that looks like in case you forget. And now in the shortcuts menu here, window, type in iRacing, and it'll get you quickly to the scripts. To change the script, right. So you just click the script, and then enter the input you want there. So I just typed in Alt F12 there. Sometimes it'll say it's overwriting something else. Chances are you're not using it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, unless you really know all your Photoshop shortcuts and know you'll be using it later, obviously don't use the one you'll use. You can click, I believe you can click accept. I don't think you have to. As long as it shows up here, as long as you can, click through all of them, they all disappear. Click OK, you're all good. Alright. Last thing is to, okay, so step 5, done. Step 6, open your paint file from the car's paint folder. Alright, I need to go to iRacing's paint folder. And to use these scripts, you need to basically open your PDF, or not PDF, PSD file or whatever Photoshop file from the folder of the car itself within Paint. So if I want to edit this NASCAR Cup Series Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, this is the Gen 6 one, not the latest one. You would go find the folder for that car. I forgot the name of it. 1 second. Stock cars, Camaro, 2018. Right. Okay. Right, stock cars, Camaro. Why can't I find it? Here it is. Okay. So yeah. This folder will have a lot more paints if you have all the cars downloaded. I only have cars that I need, that I use basically downloaded right now. So yeah, so just do what I did to find the car name of the folder. And so I have some paints already in here. I'll open up my current paint that I use for a league. And yeah, that's what I mean. You basically have to have the file that you're working on within the paint folder that you're saving it to. So wherever you would put the TGA to preview the file is where your PSD file or whatever Photoshop file needs to be as well. So quickly going over each of the scripts. I'm going to do it manually through this so that you can see which one I'm doing. But normally I would use my shortcut keys. So, start with save as TGA. Right. So it immediately saved the file here. or sorry, excuse me, it exported the car here as a sim stamped car. That's what Save as TGA does. This is the one you'll probably want to use for iRacing official lobbies, because you won't be able to number your car. It will add the number here, on the doors, here, yeah, just those spots, the normal spots you would see. So, next script is Save as TGA Num. I call it that because that's the one where you want to put your own car number on here. So, right. So as you can see, I've already have this paint scheme with the numbers already there. And it will be exactly that with nothing else baked onto it. No SimStamp numbers, no nothing like that. What you see is what you get. Bam, oh bam. The next one is, dealing with the spec maps. So I have a spec map here that I made for this car. And so with the spec map layers, so if you're in Photoshop, you'll see this custom spec map group here. Just make sure that is active before you do it. You'll go to Scripts, Save as TGA Spec, and now you can kind of see the material's a little different, a little more matte to the green, a little shinier on the blacks, and then just to really drive home what it looks like in case it's not obvious. I like to do what I call is the super cool spec map go to, where everything is chrome, everything shiny. The car is already cooler than it was before. Look at that, beautiful. Right, so go crazy with however you want to do with that. And now you're looking at this as like, oh, I want to undo all that, or I need to start fresh. So last shortcut is the delete all. Click that. Yeah. Now all the TGA files and MIP files related to that paint. So this is the folder of where all the paints are. And notice all the other TGA files from the other cars are still in here. The ones I made are no longer in there. So just to quickly show that. Right, so I didn't show the shortcut for you. But yeah. I'll use the script to delete it essentially. So here's the file that I just created. And then you click delete all. Bam, it's gone. Add it back. Bam, it's right there. It'll only affect the files with your driver number, and if it's a TGA or a MIP file. And just to quickly recap what a MIP file is, that's for the spec. Excuse me, that's for the spec file. This spec map. Spec map. When you export it through the script here, it will create a TGA file, and then using iRacing, I believe you have to have this preview open or something open, reload the texture or something like that. You will, or sorry, not you. iRacing will create a spec map, a MIP file for it. And that's what they use to do all the fancy behind the scenes stuff, basically. Okay. That's basically it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like it, share it, love it. You know, I don't get anything out doing this. I just wanted to kind of throw this out there. I've made like 100 paints at this point. I don't even know. Scared to look how many I have here actually. But yeah, all these are paints that I've made past few years for all sorts of different leagues and occasions. Probably more. I've deleted a bunch that I just didn't like or whatever, but yeah, just feel free to share. Like I have in the GitHub page here. Oh, this GitHub page has all the instructions that I just recapped. But yeah, if you want to share, send me a tweet. There's a link in the GitHub. Or you just throw this cat on your car. Just be like, pew. It's already on this car. But, you know, you can just throw it there. Look at that. Doesn't have to be that big, but you know, it doesn't even have to be big at all. Or don't, you know, I don't control your life. Do whatever you want. Have a good night.